Hey, Johnny's Cheap with another Iowa State Fair favorite. I had a request from Sandy. Said, can you do Cajun chicken on a stick? Those are so good. I'm going to tell you, you eat it only at the fair because it is a hassle to make at home, but I think we did some testing and I think I got it figured out. Chicken, pickles, onions, of course the sticks, skewers, and this is the seasoning I found works best. You'll see how it works here in just a minute. You can get this at Fairway, Hy-Vee, Walmart, everywhere has it. But it's the Louisiana brand, spicy. I'm also going to do some shrimp because Mrs. Cheap loves shrimp, and Cajun chicken on a shrimp, they also do, or chicken on a stick also does shrimp. So we're going to do them all. Let's get ready. First of all, we have to shorten our skewers. My skewers are too long for my fryer, so I gotta lop off a couple inches. So let me take care of that. So we're going to make our batter first. This is battered and then dry seasoning. So you get it battered and then you put dry seasoning on it. And this says the instructions are on the package. It's 5 tablespoons of the seasoning. I'm going to get that. And the rest of the seasoning goes in so we can coat it with dry. Ice cold water, half a cup. And it's a very runny batter. But just whisk it up. All right, that's ready to go. The wet wash. Now let's get our seasonings for our chicken and shrimp. Now I'm using chicken tenders. These were on sale somewhere a while back, so I bought them and threw them in the freezer. So that's just the tender part. You use chicken breast. That's what I used when I practiced. And these have just kind of a tendon on the end that's kind of annoying. So I just like to cut that off. And I know you can put your knife down and slide it out and get the whole thing, but I just want that end off of there. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut these just into good chunks because we want them to cook quick. They need to be bite-sized. We'll be threading those on. We're going to season them up first, though, with a little Cajun seasoning. So we've got our chicken chunks and the shrimp for Mrs. Cheap and her shrimp on a stick. And this is the Dollar Tree New Orleans style seafood seasoning. It works on chicken too. It just puts a little heat, a little Cajun flavoring to it. So we're just going to put that on the chicken and the shrimp. My oil's heating up right now to 350. We're going to put these on. Just try and get them, evenly covered, mixed up. You know what? I'm not going to flip them. I'm just going to do this and let it go just like that. We're just going to put these in the fridge for about 10 minutes just to let that seasoning get on there real good. Good flavor. All right, let's build some Cajun chicken on a stick. Now the skewers, they're wooden, but we're not putting them over a flame, so we don't need to soak them in water. You don't want water and hot oil anyway. So we just start out with a chunk of chicken, some onion, and see about that size. I like to do a double pickle. I do a double onion too. And then we just repeat. Put these together like this. Get the onion. Double pickle. This is dill pickle. Just pickle chips, slices, just like a hamburger. Another one. See, it's a process. You just build them. And we'll cap it with another piece of chicken. Now we dip. So here's the deal. We need to, I have like a long trough here, and we're just gonna put it in there and try and coat it. Just get it all covered with the batter. And as you can see, it's pretty runny, but really this just puts a seasoned runny batter on there to stick to the dry that we're going to put on. So just get it coated. Sometimes you stand it up and just drizzle it down like that. Try and get all that onion covered. And then into, let the excess drip off, and into the dry mix. There we go. And we're just gonna get that covered. And we'll be all ready to fry. Get it in all the nooks and crannies. That's good, good flavor. There's a Cajun chicken on a stick ready to go. Shake off the excess and build the rest. Got to get Mrs. Cheap's Cajun shrimp on a stick. We'll make this one mostly shrimp. I mean, I got some pickles there, but we'll cap it with a couple of shrimp on the end there. How about that? Mrs. Cheap wanted me to point out that she loves chicken and all things chicken, which she does. I think that's, if you were to ask her if she could have one thing the rest of her life, it would probably be chicken of some kind. But she's been testing with me, so I said, you know what, we'll do some shrimp too. You've been so good about all this. So there you go. I'm putting together one last chicken one, and then I'm going to do some for Cheap Junior because he loves chicken on a shrimp, but he does not like onions or pickles. So Cheap Junior just gets a skewer full of chicken. Oil's at 350 degrees. Let's make some Cajun chicken on a stick. Into the oil, easily, easy. I'm going to do a one chicken and one shrimp. Don't want to overpower the oil, you know, get it. And we just cook these until they're golden and look ready, because the meat cuts are small enough they'll heat up and cook nicely in a small amount of time. So we're about 4 minutes in. Here's how we're looking so far. Pretty good. Gonna go for a little more goldenness. Smells like the fair. All right, so we're about 6 minutes in. They're looking nice and golden. And I'm gonna declare those a couple more minutes. I just want to make sure the chicken is done. Mrs. Cheap is freaking out. You know what, her shrimp, that cooks quicker than the chicken. So I'm gonna pull the shrimp out. Cajun shrimp on a stick. Yummy. Hey, hey, hey. You don't want to do that. You do that, you'll be in more trouble than a little bit. All right, that's about 7 minutes on the Cajun chicken on a stick. Way too hot to eat, but there you go. I'm gonna finish up the rest here. All right, out of the fryer, there they are, Mrs. Cheap's Cajun shrimp on a stick. This is the chicken. I let it cool down for a few minutes because it is piping hot if you don't. And, you know, you can eat it right off the stick. I suppose I probably should. But even at the fair, I pull it off to eat it. And it's still really hot. And I know it tastes good because I tested it already. Hot pickle. Mm-hmm. I know it's a lot of trouble. It is a hassle to make, but it's really worth it. State Fair food. Thanks, Sandy. I hope that helps. Thanks for watching Johnny's Cheap. More fair foods coming.